everyone, and welcome to my April plan with me. I hope you're all doing well. This month I decided to kind of change up my spread a little bit. So instead of doing a 2-page calendar, I am just doing a 1-page calendar right beside my cover page. And it's pretty basic. The rectangles are 3x5. The night before, I planned everything out and drew in all of the rectangles and drawings, so that would be much easier for me to trace it the next day. I'm marking out a little header on top of each rectangle so that we have a spot to put the date. I am just, putting a title on the top and the days of the week above that. This is controversial because I know most people like to start the calendars on Monday, but I do on Sunday just because I directly copy it from the calendar on my phone and it starts on a Sunday. Every month I have a pretty good idea of what color theme I'm going for. But before I even start, I make sure I swatch out all the markers I'm thinking of and pick 2 accent colors to use throughout the entire spread and other colors to just add to whatever drawings or illustrations I have. So this month I chose a kind of bright rosy pink and a bright peach. You'll see throughout the spread that I'll use these colors to kind of accent whatever I'm doing and add some va-va-voom to each page. So in the header section of each day in the calendar, I fill it in with the color and then I'll go in and add the dates in the left-hand corner of each rectangle. Another thing I like to do is I'll go over the titles or the headers of each page with one of the accent colors. I normally get a little too scared to take on the cover page first, so I'll go through the simple spreads for the month. So I start off with the calendar, I'll jump on to the habit tracker, and here I will begin the very tedious process of making a grid for each day of the week. First, I'll outline just what the month looks like for each habit. I normally include 6. You could definitely squeeze 8 onto a page. Actually, you can squeeze a lot if you do a different type of spread, if you do more like a graph style. But I prefer this way because I find a lot of enjoyment out of filling in each box. And even though it's super tedious having to draw out every single box, it looks really cool and I really like it and it's worth it to me. I'll add the days of the week so that way I don't accidentally fill in the wrong box, because I've done that. Actually, I did that all of March, so I definitely learned my lesson with that. And then I'll use the accent colors to highlight like a little header on the top, and I'll add in whatever things I'm tracking that month. So this month I'm tracking my flossing habits, because I hate flossing, and this has really helped me actually force me to floss, because I feel really guilty if I look down and there's no flossing. And things like working out, practicing my French, studying for the GRE, not spending, which in this quarantine has not been that much of an issue, because when in quarantine you can't spend. And also reading, that's a big one. I'll hop over to my weekly spread. So I have a very different approach than most bullet journalers that I've seen. I do 1 page for a week, and I just put a header on top with the days of the week and just write bullet points the whole week. The reason for that is because I found that I didn't really use both pages for an entire week. I'd have a lot of blank days, so I found that it was just much more efficient for me to just do it on one page. And that's the thing I like about bullet journaling. There aren't any set rules of how you can use it. You adjust it to what works best for you. And I found that this works best for me. And I normally will put a little header on the top, add a drop shadow, and call it a day.
Now on to the scariest part, aka the cover page. This month I decided to challenge myself a little bit and do a drawing. I got the idea for my cover page from With KX. Her name is Kelly on Instagram. I'll link her Instagram and her sticker company below. I don't feel too confident to freehand everything, so I always draw everything out with pencil before and then trace it with the black pens that I have. Maybe in the future I'll feel bold enough to freehand it, but for now this is all I'm gonna do. And also, even with the heading, I needed to draw that out before with a pencil before I could even outline it in black. Then I just started doing the fun part, which is coloring, and I already had my color scheme set up. I filled in all the flowers first, and then for the green, since I only was using 2 colors for green, I wanted there to be a little bit more variation, so I used the blending palette that I have to either mix up the 2 colors or dilute one of the colors so they were more pastel. It looks like I used a lot of different colors, but really, I just used 2 markers. I also filled in the title with our pink accent color. Up next is the mood tracker, and I've seen so many people on Instagram use this kind of circular mood tracker, and I wanted to try it out for myself. And I used 2 Bath & Body Works candle tops, a 3-wick candle and a 1-wick candle, to trace out the circles. And I, as usual, traced out the title of the page. I drew some flowers in the center of it, so I filled those in, and then on the bottom I added whatever moods I was interested in feeling this month, or I guess marking that I was feeling. So I hope April is a much more happy and positive month for you guys than March was, or at the very least, not be worse than March was. So I, traced out the flowers like I do and colored them in with our accent colors, and, filled in the stems and the leaves and a little line for the grass, and outlined the word mood tracker in green. And yeah, I think it looks really cute. I actually really like this circle method, and I really enjoyed being crafty and using my Bath & Body Works candles to outline it. And on to the last portion of the spread, which is an expense sheet. If you guys thought that my habit trackers seemed unnecessary and way too much work, get ready to look at my expense sheet. I will divvy up the whole page into 6 sections, so I'll leave 2 spots for the date, 2 spots for the items, and 2 spots for the price of the things I'm buying. And the reason I do this is because I've done the expense sheet and it's gone over 2 pages, and I think it's a waste of space, and I'd rather just have it all on 1 page, so that's what I do. So yeah, I will go out and draw through each line, and then after that's complete, put in my accent colors to add a little life to the page, because why not? This is the final flip through. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!